Good morning. Yay. Welcome, everybody. You are a wild bunch of characters today. It looks odd. Let's sing our opening song together.
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build a daydream from a little hope. Gonna push that daydream up the mountain slope. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream, gonna make them both come true. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well. Gonna build a mountain with a lot of care. I'll take my daydream up the mountain, and heaven will be waiting there. Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. In my mind I have a vision, my mountain's gonna touch the sky. I'll take my daydream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there. Good morning. It's so nice to see you today, all these fun costumes. I don't know any other church that you get to dress up like this. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. We're so glad you're here, whether in person or in our virtual sanctuaries on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Delanne Haslam, and I'm thrilled to welcome you today. Love streamers, please share your name and location. It's so fun to see who's joining us virtually. Our practitioners serving today are Teresa Martin, sharing a reading and a time of sacred silence before leading us in prayer. Our practitioner emeritus, Audrey Gum, will be holding high watch throughout the service, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding for each one of us as we share this sacred time together. Our theme this month is the energy of prosperity, and Rev Cindy's talk is called Frog, Fully Rely on God. You can't wait till you see her. Our special music today is our favorite wannabe rich man, Michael Bolz. Can't wait for that. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so we can help make the world a better place. Please join me in saying our promise. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Do we have any first-time visitors today? If you're willing to raise your hand.
You're a liar.
I don't believe you. It was sure fun to see you saying the promise. We'd love to welcome you. If it's your first time, any newcomers, be sure to join us on the 5th Sunday of November when we'll have our Get to Know You meeting. You can learn who we are, what we believe, and how you can get involved. Thank you so much for joining us, and we affirm for you and everyone here that you will experience a blessing this morning. Before I share briefly what's coming up, please remember you can find many more details on our website at spirituallyfree.org. And if you're here in person, you can check out our flyer wall and visit the hospitality table, and our hospitality team can help you out. Remember, you can pop in on Facebook every Wednesday at noon for a live meditation, or you can enjoy at your convenience anytime after that. And another reminder, our youth, Presley and Piper, are holding a winter warmth drive through the last Sunday in November, and it's going so well already. Thank you so much for everyone who's participating. Please bring your new or gently used items and place them in our fabulously decorated collection box in the lobby. And these items will be distributed to those in need with the Center for Awakening in December. Next week, being the first week of November, we will have our spiritual practices potluck. Come experience one of the many spiritual mind practices that allow us to embody the science of mind principles. Bring a dish to share and enjoy this opportunity to fellowship and make the principles work in your own life. Also, being a new month, we will start our new book of the month. We will be reading Attitudes of Gratitude, How to Give and Receive Joy Every Day of Your Life by Mark Nepo. That sounds great. And our book study group meets every Sunday at 9:30 in the Retreat Center, and you don't need to have read the book to participate, so please join us if that sounds interesting. Friday, December 5th at 7 p.m., we'll have an awesome evening of music. We're going to have Everbloom Unplugged. And it will be including special guests Mandy Danzig, Sophie Zane, and a little bird told me that Rory and I will get to do a couple numbers. So you won't want to miss this fundraising event. And if you get your tickets early, there is VIP sitting in the front 2 rows. So come and support our music ministry and bring your friends. Also save the date for a masquerade ball on December 27th. Wear a traditional costume or your best dress. More information will be coming forth about that. Now, our center is founded and is grounded in prayer. Prayer helps us realize that there is a spiritual purpose for whatever might be happening. If you're having trouble knowing this, please let one of our practitioners pray with you and know this for you until you can know it for yourself. You'll be glad you did. And our practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer, and they are wearing the stoles. They are available in the room across the hall right after service. Of course, you can also submit a prayer request in the lobby or online, and all of the practitioners will uphold you in prayer for the week. Now I invite you to allow the reading, a time of sacred silence, and the centering music to connect you with the spirit that lives within as we open our hearts to receive Teresa's prayer.
Hello, everybody. What a sight you all are today. It's wonderful. The reading today that I have is adapted from The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwene Gaines and from Religiousness by Ivan Antic. For many decades before her death, Edwene Gaines started every talk with, "My name is Edwene Gaines, and I'm a woman of power and passion and prayer, and I dare to prosper now." Prosperity was not true in her earlier life, when she worked 2 jobs, 16 hours a day, and could not feed her family until she decided to fully rely on God and committed to helping everyone live a life of prosperity and abundance. Edwene defines true prosperity as, number 1, a vitally alive physical body. Number 2, relationships that are satisfying. Number 3, a work that we love. And number 4, and all the money that we can spend. In order to experience that life, we are called to rely fully on God by following the 4 spiritual laws that govern prosperity. And these 4 spiritual laws are, number 1, tithe 10% to whatever or wherever you get your spiritual food. Number 2, establish clear, tangible goals. Number 3, forgive everyone, all the time, especially yourself. Number 4, seek, discover, and follow your divine purpose. Just like the law of gravity, these laws operate whether you will follow them or not. An example of someone relying fully on God is the following. This is a little story about some castaways who were adrift for days without fresh water. In a moment of desperation, one castaway prayed over a handful of seawater, asking the water to become drinkable and save their lives. When he tasted the water, it was no longer salty. Miraculously, it had become drinkable. These are the miracles that we can expect when we rely fully on God.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my prayer over the mountains. I send my prayer over the sea. I send my prayer into the heavens, and it returns to me. Yes, it returns to me.
We are that love personified, each and every one. We are made from love. And there is only one in every item, everything, every person. We are made in the image and likeness of the divine. And that divinity is dwelling within each of us. Each of our physical senses are imbued with love, with beauty, with serenity, with peace. And as we rely on this wondrous beauty, serenity, and peace, we flourish, we excel, we know who we are. So in all of this, I acclaim this beauty for myself and for everyone here in the room and for all who are listening, whether it's online or you look at us later. You are imbued with this divine love at all times. We are both all love and all physical and all matter at the same time. So in relying on God, I allow myself to be that, to engage in that oneness, that prayer that Dylan just sang about, that love. I am so grateful for all of you here today. I am grateful for the peace that lies within me. I am grateful for each and every one who made this possible, this day, this magnificent day. Our AV team, our volunteers, our practitioners, our reverend ministers, our band and soloists, all of the music and everything. There's so many teams that make up this beautiful service. So for all of that, I am so grateful. I am deeply, deeply grateful because this is a wondrous display of love and beauty and peace. So for all of that, I give thanks. I release my word, I let it be. As together we say, and so it is. Amen.
It's the quality of Teresa's voice just makes everything spiritual. So I invite you to sing along with this song. It goes great with our theme this month of prosperity. This is called Living from the Overflow. You know, it's been 4 weeks. You guys should know this song. Please sing along.
Here we go. Life is great, all is well. Good vibes rising in every cell. A grateful smile upon my face, and everything is in its place. Sunny outlook, I feel so free. Love's expanding guarantee. On top of the world, the force is with me. Spirit thriving through and as me. My heart says welcome, my mind stays open. I am all ears beyond what's spoken. I feel my connection to all of life and my vision of an opulent paradise. All is quiet, time slows down, emerging wisdom all around. My soul affirms my worth beyond measure. All that I give and all that I am, a treasure. I'm well to do in a state of grace. Got deep pockets in my soul. If wealth is a world that works for everyone, then love is the way we can make that work. So I give my all, and it costs me nothing. That's when I know I'm living from the overflow. Life is great, all is well. Good vibes rising in every cell. A grateful smile upon my face, and everything is in its place. Sunny outlook, I feel so free. Love's expanding guarantee. On top of the world, the force is with me. Spirit thriving through and as me. That's when I know I'm living from the overflow. Living it up, living it up, living it up, living from the overflow. Living it up, living it up, living it up, living from the overflow. Yeah, living it up, living it up, living it up, living from the overflow. Living it up, living it up, living it up, living from the overflow.
Yay. I'm just thrilled to introduce our special music today. This guy has been a buddy of mine for a long, long time. A beautiful, resonant, low voice that is beyond my capacity. But I so appreciate what he can do with that wonderful, wonderful resonance. And he's got a great sense of humor and he's my friend. He's a great person. Yes. Let's give a round of applause for Mike Bolz.
I'm going to sing 2 songs today, but just one at a time. And they have 2 different approaches to abundance. And you'll have to decide which one fits best for each of you. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got no car, I got no mule, I got no misery. Oh, the folks with plenty of plenty got a lock on the door. Afraid somebody's going around and what is out making more. What for? Oh, I got a lock on the door, that's the way to be. They can steal the rug from the floor, that's okay with me, 'cause the things that I prize, like the stars in the sky, all are free. I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got the sun, I got the moon, I got the deep blue sea. I'm not complaining. Oh, I got my gal, I got my Lord, I got my song. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got the sun, I got the moon, I got the deep blue sea. Oh, the folks with plenty of plenty got to pray all the day. Seems with plenty, you sure got to worry how to keep the devil away. Away. Oh, I ain't afraid about hell till the time arrives. Never worry long as I'm well. Never want to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell, I'm just glad I'm alive. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my Lord, got heaven the whole day long. I'm not complaining. Oh, I got my gal, got my Lord, got my song.
Yes, we all have plenty of nothing, but we're not complaining because you have a frog talking to you today. No ribbits right now. I'll call for the ribbits later, Theryl. The first time I spoke to you in costume, Brennan and I were 2 peas in a pod, so you have to see my frog partner over there. Stand up just for a second. You don't have to say anything. Just, is it? So you heard our theme of the month, the energy of prosperity, and that our book of the month is The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gaines. And today, it's all about frog. Fully rely on God. I know that frog is a way to live in faith, prosperity, and spiritual freedom. And that's what I'm here to bring to you today. I'm going to begin with what we know about frogs. Frogs leap. They hop. But when they leap, they don't see the lily pad. They don't know for sure it's going to be there to support them, but they take that leap of faith anyway. The other thing that I wanted to bring up about frogs is what's going on in our country and in Portland. These people are out protesting in frog outfits. Well, dinosaurs and unicorns and all kinds of animals, right? But I love it because these people that are wearing these fully inflatable outfits can't get harmed by pepper spray and other things. They're protected. So for the first time in my life, I went out because I knew that this is a tipping point, and it wasn't about marching against anyone or any party. It was about this for me. It was about compassion. This is what I am for. This is the other side of my sign. So I'm not saying that you have to go out there. I'm saying we all just need to pay attention. I'm not giving you a political, you have to be this way or that way. I'm saying we all have to be open-minded and keep our eyes open and make sure that we are fully relying on God, first and foremost. So it's easy to use those words, we rely on God. But let me ask you a question. How many times do you rely on your fears? How many times do you rely on your past traumas? How many times do you rely on what's happened in the past, what others tell you, and what circumstances are happening in this world? There's a big difference there, you guys. So, today we're going to explore what it really means to rely on God. Not halfway when it's convenient or it seems to work that way, but all the way, completely, using the spiritual laws of prosperity and the principles of science of mind that we know, we love, we teach, we study, and we work on embodying around here. So, to fully rely on God, the first thing we need is faith. Again, the frog didn't see the lily pad or know it was going to be supported when it took that hop, but yet it did. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of those things that are not seen yet. Ernest Holmes reminds us that belief and expectation create our experience. I'll say that again. Belief and expectation create our experience. What are we expecting? Are we expecting lack, limitation? Are we expecting less than? Sickness, not enough of? The universe is always going to make us right because we know this creative process always works. Ernest Holmes says, the way to arrive at high consciousness is to have a great faith in the willingness and the ability of Spirit to do all for us by working through us. We must believe the inherent goodness and allness, powerfulness of Spirit. We must let every path lead us back to the point where we realize the inner presence of the great reality. There, through the door of our own thought, we enter into the universal consciousness, into a complete realization of life and love and truth and beauty. So, Edwene teaches us prosperity begins with faith. And she uses that T word, you guys. I know it's kind of hard to hear that T word, tithing. She even uses the percentage, 10%. Now, I'm not, we're a philosophy, a faith tradition. We are not asking for your your tax forms to see if you're keeping up to your 10%. That's not who we are here. That's up to you and your heart. I know for me that I want that to be a spiritual practice. I like to give where I am fed. I get to put my money behind where my faith is, and that's what I do. I still give to Agape because it was my home, my teachers, my mentors. I still give to my friends that do these fundraising, crazy rides and runs because I know they're doing good work in the world. I get to do that. It's very important to me that I recognize that a spiritual law is reciprocity. If I don't circulate it, it doesn't come back. So, when we put God first, Spirit first, whatever you call it, everything else aligns in divine order. I've seen it happen over and over. It really does. And sometimes it happens in an instant, and sometimes, Sherry, it takes a minute. But you keep on. You keep hopping. You keep going. I say this to myself when I'm paying a bill, especially those unexpected things that come along. I trust in my divine source as my unfailing supply. Well, these days I'm not writing checks, right? So I used to put TYG on all my checks. These days it's online. But I can get into that headspace when I'm making those payments. I trust in divine source as my unfailing supply. So, and I'll ask this at the end of the service, but there's these pledge forms in the back of some of the chairs or at the hospitality table. And I said, you know what? I haven't seen too many come in this year. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I haven't done mine. Silly me. How can I ask you to do it if I haven't done mine? So here's mine ready to go into the baskets when we go around. See, what I challenge myself is to stretch a little beyond what I did last year. Because that's showing me that I trust and that I have faith that more is going to come so that I have more to give. So, I talked about the frog and him leaping. We have to take a leap of trust. Relying on God means leaping before you see the lily pad. The frog doesn't calculate how far to jump. It leaps trusting the next surface will appear. What if we did that? I've done that in my life. In many ways. In big moves. In signing up to ride my bike. In signing up to go to ministerial school and becoming a practitioner. In jumping into classes. Into being in community. Every single time, you can bet that I had the pros and cons list in my head. You know, if I do this, it could be this, this, and this, or it could be that, that, and that. You know, maybe that is going to hold me back, those fears, but what if? No, the frog doesn't think what if, it just leaps. It just jumps. So the other thing that I want you to know, how important mental equivalent is, and I talked about this a few weeks ago, you guys. You might have forgotten, so I'll refresh your memory. Because you can't have what your intention is if it's not clear what you want. Mental equivalent is a clear, detailed image or concept of something you wish to manifest in your life. What out pictures in your life is showing you what your mental equivalent is. Are you recognizing that you keep bumping up against less than and lack situations? Do you wonder sometimes, why does this thing keep happening to me? It's mental equivalent. And you can't change that belief and that programming without doing the work. I'm so happy that you're here on a Sunday. But being here on a Sunday doesn't do the work, doesn't practice the practices that we teach here. You have to do that every day. Whether it's just a few minutes, reading something, your daily journaling, doing a few minutes of meditation, doing your own prayers, asking for prayer, setting up appointments with practitioners. This is the work. This is why I'm in the work, because I can't squirm out of it. Right? When I have decided that I am going to be a facilitator, a teacher, it means I need to do the reading, I need to do the work, because I want to be prepared for my students, for my congregation. It's no mistake that I am a minister, because I love this teaching, I love this belief, and sometimes in the real world I could just be kind of lackadaisical. Well, I'd rather go see a movie or go have fun or whatever. I still do those things, but I make sure that my spiritual practices, relying on God, is something that I do every day, in every way. Yeah, I have moments of, this human thing is happening, and how's that going to work out? But I get back to my place of faith quickly. Especially now, in my 60s. It didn't happen that way in my 40s. It got faster and faster and faster as I matured. So there you go. You get to look forward to maturing. I'm not saying getting old, because there's people in this room that are in their 80s that are full of life and full of wisdom and inspire me, because they're living life on a daily basis. They haven't said, oh, well, I'm this age, I don't need to try anymore. I don't need to learn anymore. I don't need to be open anymore. Here they are. Here we are. So, I love this. I found this quote by Albert Einstein that is exactly what Ernest Holmes is talking about in mental equivalence. He says, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Ooh, isn't that juicy? It's juicy and it's a rub, right? Because when you see what's manifesting in your life, we are the responsible creators of our life. We are the creators of our life. We are the energy. See, if we bring a frequency of, I just have bad luck. I know some of those people. They always have bad luck. Have you ever met people that have the frequency of I always win? And you go to bingo with them and they're always winning. Or there's some kind of random, contest thing and they're always winning. That's the frequency that they carry. I also know people that have always had the frequency of, I am so clumsy. And guess what? They break a lot of bones. Things happen. They trip. They fall. Because that's the frequency that they're carrying. What would it feel like to have the frequency of, I have everything I need and then some? How about the frequency of, I truly rely on God every day in every way, and it never fails. The lily pad appears. It feels incredibly different in that frequency, in that vibration. So Edwin Gaines also talks about the law of forgiveness. Yes, yes, yes. The F word, Faye. We can't rely on God when we're holding resentments. It just doesn't work that way. They bounce off each other. It conflicts. You can't hold forgiveness and resentment at the same time. Now I know as I've been on my spiritual path and I've worked on forgiving, that I've gotten to places where I had more of a comfort level with whatever happened with the other people, but it wasn't completely gone. You ever feel that way? There's still something in the back of your head that kind of nags at you every now and then. You see this person or maybe you hear a song that was their favorite and you're like, oh, it's still there. Never fear. Because what happens is you just keep working on it. And you will get to the point where it just dissolves on its own. And one day that song will come on and you won't be activated and you'll know, oh, I guess I got over it. It's a beautiful thing. Forgiveness can happen in an instant. But sometimes it takes time. And that's okay. So, forgiveness clears the channel for the divine flow. We're all divine beings. But these things that happen, these circumstances that we hold on to, they cause restrictions. You know, sometimes the flow, think of the flow in our energy system. It's a straight up and down line in our chakra system. But sometimes when we have these things that we're holding on to, we might have to zigzag to get from point A to point B. When you're in the flow, you ever felt like you were in the flow and things are just happening? I've felt that way. I remember years ago when I used to play tennis a lot, I'd have days where I was just in the flow. Didn't have to think about it. Everything was just working out so beautifully. I feel that big time when I'm working with my community. When we're working on a new event or I'm thinking about what I want to speak about, the moment I get out of my head and into my heart, it just flows. So, I want to ask you a question and ask you to reflect on this at the moment. What fear or resentment or doubt are you ready to release so that you can leap into faith today? What fear, resentment, or doubt are you ready to release so that you can leap into faith today? I know some of you probably came up with 5 things in an instant. And maybe some of you came up with 1 thing. Or maybe you just need to sit with that question longer. Bless. See, we want to fully rely on God, not partially, not sometimes, all the time. God isn't a backup plan. Oh, or is it? I've been there. I'm a good manifester. I'm pretty creative. I can resolve things and situations, but you know, my personality, my humanity didn't get me where I really wanted to go. Oh, there's this God thing. There's this spirit thing. There's a bigger question happening here. So God, Spirit, is the source itself. We often give God a to-do list and then we try to do it ourselves. Anyone do that? Can you admit it? Right? You want to give it away, give that higher power. You ask the question, I need help, and then you hold on to it. So in the Science of Mind principles, we must shift from praying for something to praying from the consciousness of something. You feel the difference? If you're praying for abundance, then you're basically telling the universe, I don't have it. But if you're praying from the fact that you can make payment on your car and your home, and you have a full refrigerator, and you can buy what you need, you're praying from being an abundant person. It's a very different frequency. Live from the knowing that we already have it. The minute you live from that place of not having it, we don't have it even more. So, when we rely on God, we're guided into our divine purpose. Our prosperity will flow when we live on purpose and not from that survival mode. I've experienced that over and over. Are you getting it, Kristen? Gotcha. Okay. So an example of that is, when we say yes to something, it really is meant to be our divine plan, our purpose, and things just go really smoothly, opposed to someone asked you to do something and it feels like, I said yeah, but I don't really feel it. It feels more like an obligation, and then all those roadblocks start. You get over them because, you're creative and you figure it out, but that's the difference. When I've said yes to things and it went beautifully, and then it started kind of going off in another tangent, I have to pay attention because, let me tell you, sometimes a yes changes to a no. You just have to pay attention and be in alignment with your divine purposes. So, living the frog life. Here are some practical steps on relying on God. First and foremost, faith. Begin each day affirming that you are a part of this divine source. Wake up and not only be grateful, but say, I am one and the same as the one. It works through my life. How beautiful is that? Next, you have to release the control. If you make that to-do list, you have to let it go. Right, Chris? You have to surrender. When we plant seeds, we don't dig it up and see if it's growing. Well, you could, but might not grow as well. Next is you have to be open to guidance and intuition. See Renelle about that. She's working on a project. Or follow the GPS, the God positioning system. If you follow your intuition, your gut, your heart, amazing things happen. Gratitude. I always say gratitude. Practice gratitude. Give thanks for all that you have. Come from that frequency of gratitude, and more will come. I guarantee it. And finally, back to that T word, tithe and give. that law of reciprocity. New things can't come into your hands if you're clenched. So, I'm going to ask you to play with me just for a moment. Stand up if you can. And because I know we're all different ages in this room, I'm not going to make you hot, but I want us to take a leap of faith and land in grace. So take a leap today, not this week. Take a leap of faith. And I want you to just take a step either sideways or forward. And when you take that step, you're leaping into what is yours to do next. What is your next yet to be? Your goodness, your prosperity, your wholeness, whatever it is, hold that in your mind now, and now take your step. Thank you. And when you go into your week, I want to challenge you to keep taking a step, a leap every single day. Wake up and take your leap into faith. Let's pray. And when things are going wacky this week, you're just going to frog it. We're going to frog it together, starting with gratitude. Grateful for this beautiful day and for this fun-filled chili cook-off costume party day, one of our favorite days of the year here at the center. How grateful for all the beautiful souls that come here to play with us. Grateful that you witnessed and heard this talk as I delivered it as a frog. Grateful that I get to just be playful. Grateful to know that there is only one power, one presence, one love. It doesn't matter what you call it. You might call it God, Spirit, universe, the force, Allah, Jehovah, Hashem, the way. Many names, yet only one. And this oneness is everywhere, in everything. It's in the frog. It's in the unicorn. It's in the trees and the birds and all the animals and sentient beings. It's in these beautiful mountains that surround us. It's omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, omni-consciousness, omni-love. Everywhere, every moment, every day. Even when we forget it, it's always here. There's only one thing happening here, and in this moment, I call it God, God, and only God. And knowing that truth, I know that I am one and the same as the one. The I am that I am. I can never be separated from it because it is who I am. And what comes out of my life. Every step and leap and hop that I take. And I know the same truth for everybody hearing this prayer right here and right now. Even now. Even if life is lifing and it's not quite the way you want it to look, God is in the center of it right here and right now. I claim that. I know that. Because it's always present and never absent. Love is who we are. So as we hop into our week and we play together after service downstairs, I claim and know for my beautiful beloveds in this room that are having challenges, finding the perfect purpose and work for them to make a living, feeling stifled with fear of lack and those things that happen in our lives, I know that right in this moment we've taken that leap of faith. So whatever was holding us back, whatever resentment or fear or doubt was there, has now melted away. And moving forward from this moment now, things just start aligning for our good. With finances, with health, with peace, with relationships, with everything in our lives, including the world. We hold this Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, gently, knowing that these other places on this earth that are going through war-torn times are experiencing peace in a new way. Because we don't hold on to our good. If we are living a peaceful life, we give it away. We know that for every country, every continent, every soul, every being. We give it. There's no way you can outgive Source. There's plenty and more. And for those of us in the room that are still missing our loved ones that have left us this year and last year, I know that leftover grief is nothing but love, evidence of love. And as we go into this holiday season, we hold that near and dear to our hearts. I know that this can be a challenging time for people as we walk into that time of Thanksgiving and the season of light. And we're here for you. So for this and so much more, answered prayer is happening in this instant. No waiting in God's time. It's already done. And this is what I'm grateful for. So if you've resonated and aligned with any of this prayer time, I ask you to say with me, and so it is, Amen, Ashe. Like I said, these pledge forms are, if they're not in the back of the seat, you can get it from the hospitality table. I want to say this to you. First of all, thank you. Thank you to all the beloveds that pledged last year, and thank you to those of you that are considering pledging this year. And this is what I want to tell you. For those of you that don't have locked down the perfect job, the perfect source, I want you to take a leap of faith. Pledge $5 a month. Here's what it does. When you say, this is what I'm going to do, Spirit's going to make the way. $5 a month. And then when everything starts aligning and you want to up it, you can do that. Let's say something changes and you need to bring it down. You can do that. No one's locking you in. No one's going to arrest you. You're always welcome here, whether you can give or not. But this is a spiritual practice, an opportunity. Go ahead, ushers, come on up front and go through the room. Again, I have seen this work in my life. Thank you, Dave and Rob, for getting us ready for downstairs. Oh, careful there. What I know is this. Over the years, when I first started in spiritual community, I used to say, well, I give a lot of my time and my talent, so therefore I don't have to give my finances. And then I realized that money is just another exchange of energy. So I started giving. I also know that our wonderful, abundant master of coin, Robert, our treasurer, he started with, was it $5 a month? Oh, he started with $5 a week. So we all have to start somewhere. I'm saying $5 a month. If you've never pledged before, start somewhere. So I am incredibly grateful for all that you give. I am so grateful for that chili we're going to eat. And all of you in costume, I see many of you. Thank you for coming in costume. We've got prizes for everybody. Oh, yes. Oh, if you're in a costume after service, before you go downstairs, come up here so we can take a quick picture of all of us in our costumes. I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Sue, little Bo Peep, who lost her sheep. Let's bless this by outstretching our heart through our hands and repeating after me. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We know, as we give, it comes back, multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me.
Let's hear some more from Mike Bolz.
Well, he's back. And want to ask two things. One, forgiveness from Linda for Tevia's grammar. And the other, I've always dedicated this song to one of our lifelong attendees, Goldie. And we all miss her. But God, you've made so many poor people. I know it's no sin to be poor. It's no great honor either. Would it be so terrible that I should have just a small fortune? If I was a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bum. If I was a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I was a bitty rich, idle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one tall staircase just going up and one even longer going down. One more going nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. With every squawk and gobble and honk and quack would fall like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I was a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bum. If I was a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I was a bitty rich, idle man. I see my wife, my golden, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Whoa, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the servants day and night. How dare you call this clean? The most important man in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them, like Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reptavia, pardon me, Reptavia. Posing questions that would rock the rabbi's eye. Boy, they boy, 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 boy. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. And that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I was a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bum. If I was a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lions and the lamb, you declared I should be what I am. Would it employ some vast eternal plan? If I was a wealthy man.
Mike Bolz. It was so fun. Thank you, Reverend Cindy. Wonderful message. Thank you, Mike. Amazing music, always. Remember, we have a chili cook-off, and I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. I'm so grateful. I think we have 10 different cooks making their batch, so we can go downstairs and grab a bowl and vote on it. And don't forget, those of you in costume, come on up front, and we'll have a photo. And what else do I? If you'd like a prayer, remember practitioners are available after the service right across the hall. We look forward to bringing in some new music next week, November already. Remember, the choir rehearsal is next week after service. Lots of great stuff going on here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Salt Lake. Let's stand together and sing our closing song.
Don't forget, I forgot to remind everybody, next week is daylight savings. Change your clock. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that
Fall back.
that snuck up on him too.